I woke up to a monochromatic world this morning. There's not a lot of snow at the moment, but I'm going to walk in it and enjoy it. Hi, Winnie. Hello. Have you been rolling around in the hay? You know where it's nice and warm, don't you? Is there anything quite like a snow day? I love how the colorful world turns monochromatic just overnight. It's like a whole change of perspective. And of course, with time, you can get used to that perspective. But somehow the newness of a snowy day after many months of no snow just feels magical. And here we are at one of my favorite trees. Oh, I just got a big blob of snow on my head. And this tree, I showed it to you in my foggy winter walk back at the end of December. And I wanted to show it to you here, covered in snow. There it is. Do you see an animal here? I mean, in the shape of the fallen tree here. Kind of looks like something that has antlers to me. One of the things that I like to do when I'm out for my mindful walks is pay attention to the little details. And even though I have walked this particular path many, many, many times, I discover something new each and every time. And it makes it a moment of presence, a moment of noticing, and it really gets me back into my body. It makes me feel like I'm more alive. So I highly recommend it. So I'm an advocate for mindful walking, contemplative walking, noticing, just being in the present moment and noticing what's happening around you right here, right now. And if you've never tried that kind of walk before, I highly encourage you to simply go out and start tuning into your senses. That's the first place to start. Notice what you can hear. I can hear an airplane right now. I can hear the pitter-patter of the snow. I can hear birdsong. Hearing. And then notice everything you can see. I can see a lot of white, but not only white. I see the contrast of the snow against the leaves. I see the greens, the browns, the little snow cascades. I see a stream of slush. I see footsteps in the snow. I see lots of brown leaves, oak leaves still hanging onto their branches. And I see ivy growing up the trunk of a tree. That's seeing. Feeling, I could feel the ground under my feet, the slush, the snow, sometimes the gravel. I can feel the cold edges of my beanie, or toque, as we say in Canada, on my forehead. My sweater sleeves are warm but wet. My feet are warm and cozy in their socks and shoes. I can feel that comfort of the clothing on my body. I can feel the snowflakes falling on my face as I speak to you. I can feel that sort of pinch on my cheeks of the cold as the cold starts to set in a little bit more as I'm further along my walk. And along the way, I haven't done too much touching outside of my pockets, but I have touched some bark, some leaves, some snow. So that's feeling or touching. Tasting, can't say I've tasted anything except for snowflakes. I haven't really smelled anything along the way today. I think that the snow has kind of dampened all the scents or fragrances that might be available normally at this time of year. So yeah, you can start by tuning into your five senses and then begin to look for beauty in unusual places. Catherine May wrote a book called Enchantment, and she has a beautiful section that I love to quote from. And at the end, she says, essentially, you don't have to go far to be amazed and enchanted. It's just all there waiting for you to notice. And I love coming back to that on a regular basis, thinking that enchantment, the magic is in our noticing. It's in our eyes, how we see the world. And so when you look at something that you might not normally pay much attention to, and you begin to look for its beauty, that's where the magic happens for me anyway. So I encourage you to look for beauty in unusual places. Sometimes it's just fairly normal, everyday, ordinary, maybe even ugly. But there's beauty to be found. Let's see if we can find some unseen beauty.